Hello and welcome back to another series and another broadcast of the program Power in His Word. Power in His Word is brought to you by myself, Yaw George, and we are still looking at the series which we started last week titled Offense or Offenses. And tonight we want to have a look at the danger of offense. We want to have a look at the danger of offense. So let's look at the danger of offense and some of the things that brings about offense or the causes of offense. Today we want to have a specific look at a wrong action that you can lose your life, family, or loved one out of offense. So we can say that an offense as a result of a wrong action that can cause you to lose a loved one, a family, or your personal life. And this is as a result of feelings. If you remember, and if you've watched the previous series, if you've not, well, you can go back and watch it on the same channel titled Offenses. And it will be good you watch the previous broadcast so that you'll be able to, understand the flow and where we are heading towards. But I want to also use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to you who is following the series, and also to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you don't miss out on this series that I have started on offenses. Okay, so as I said earlier on, we are looking today specifically at the wrong action or a certain kind of actions which as a result makes us lose. If you remember, last week in my broadcast, I did mention that if you are the one who is being offended, it is a gain and a plus to you. And I said I was going to explain. And I also said that if you are found off or you have the habit of always offending others, woe unto you. And be careful, because there's a danger attached to offenses. And there's a danger in always seeing yourself as a culprit or always finding yourself offending people, which I stated categorically that especially if you are dealing with a child of God. All right. So some of these things or these wrong action comes about as a feeling of being upset and angry, often because of someone making you feel or being upset and angry. As a human, we are all bound to become angry. We are all bound to be offended. But be careful if you are the one who is always offending others. Why am I saying so? Because when you offend someone, and especially a child of God, you invoke or you allow the danger of offense to come upon you. And so if you feel so much betrayed, you feel so much hurt, you feel so much upset as a result of someone offending you, what I have to tell you, or what I have to say to you, is that just keep calm. Leave everything unto your Maker, unto the Creator, for He will bring vengeance to your doorstep. The Lord will avenge for you, and the Lord will redeem you. The Lord will fight your battle for you, and the Lord will vindicate you. Let's look at scripture, as I always do. And today we want to look at 1 Kings chapter 21, 1 to 19. 1 to 19. I will do 1 to 7 and then I will skip to 16 to 19. All right. So Bible says that sometime later there was an incident involving a vineyard belonging to Naboth, the Jezreelite. The vineyard was in Jezreel, close to the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. Ahab said to Naboth, "Let me have your vineyard to use for a vegetable garden, since it is close to my palace. In exchange, I will give you a better vineyard, or if you prefer, I will pay whatever it is worth." But Naboth replied, "The Lord forbid that I should give you the inheritance of my ancestors." So Ahab went home, sullen and angry, because Naboth the Jezreelite had said, "I will not give you the inheritance of my ancestors." He laid on his bed, sulking, and refused to eat. Take note of what happened. When Naboth refused to give Ahab the land, Bible said that he went home, refused to eat, he was angry, and he was sullen because Naboth said that I will not give thee the inheritance of my ancestors. Let's go on. 5. His wife Jezebel came in and asked him, "Why are you so sullen? Why won't you eat?" He answered her, "Because I said to Naboth the Jezreelite, sell me your vineyard, or if you prefer, I will give you another vineyard in its place." But he said, "I will not give you my vineyard." Jezebel, his wife, said, "Is this how you act as king over Israel? Get up and eat. Cheer up. I will give you the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite." Okay, so let's pause for a moment. You may be asking yourself, what has offense got to do with this? Or why are we coming up with this scripture? Beloved, I want you to know that there is a danger attached to offense. What was the offense that Ahab caused or made here? And why am I even not talking about Jezebel, but I'm talking about Ahab? Bible says that Jezebel was the wife of Ahab, the king. But when Ahab had confronted or had an encounter with Naboth about his vineyard, he refused. He said, "I won't give it to you because it's an inheritance, and so I don't want to give it to you." We face such situations in our everyday life. We get to situations where we need people to do us offers, or we ask offers from people, which in normal sense or in reasonable terms, it is not permissive. So of course, he or she or the person you are asking for a favor from will say no. Maybe true to their words, they don't have it. And that brings us to expectations. Our expectations of people can cause us offense. And many are the offenses which has come out as a result of expectation. I expected you to be there for me and you did not show up. I expected you to know better and I was disappointed. I expected you to be the one who I trusted, but you disappointed me. Expectations. And if we go back to our earlier exposition, we are looking at the offense as a wrong action that can cause us to lose, or the feeling of upset and angry, often because of someone. In this case, Ahab was angry and offended because Naboth refused to give him his vineyard, which was an inheritance from his ancestors. But where did the offense come from? Let's go on. So his wife Jezebel came in and asked, and then, why are you so sullen? Why won't you eat? This is a woman or a wife who had purposed in her heart to do evil because she feels that her husband Ahab has been disrespected. She felt that the expectation of Naboth was not that which she wanted or the husband wanted. And so they felt that Naboth had been rude or has been disrespectful to the king. That is why Jezebel said that, is this how you rule as king of Israel? Is this how you act as king over Israel? Jezebel was trying to tell the husband, Ahab, that you had so much power, you have so much authority to the extent that you do not even need to ask to be disappointed. You do not need to go to your subordinate to go and ask for your expectation to be disappointment. Beloved, let us be careful about our expectations. What we expect and what you expect of people can cause you to purpose or can cause you to purport evil. Why am I saying so? Your expectation can cause you or can make you cause offense, which will bring about evil or danger to you, your family, your children, or even a loved one. So, where did the offense come from? And what did Ahab do wrong? Ahab's wrong or Ahab's main cause of the offense was the fact that he connived and agreed to the wife Jezebel, telling him to sit up and eat, for she, Jezebel, will go and get the land for him, Ahab. When the king himself had gone to ask for the land and was refused, Jezebel, this time around, is saying that I will go and give you the land. One thing that Ahab did wrong was the fact that he kept silent. He kept silent over Jezebel's decision to go and acquire the land for him. As to how he, Ahab, kept silent. And that is what caused a big danger. Even though he, Ahab, did not cause the offense by killing Naboth, because if you read the whole scripture, Bible says that Jezebel plotted against Naboth and said that proclaim a fast, and then set two people to witness against Naboth and say that Naboth had blasphemed against God. And so when they come in on the day of the fast and they proclaim and witness against him, take him out and stone him to death. That was the plan and the execution of Jezebel's agenda to get Ahab the land. But when she said that, Ahab could have asked her, how are you going to do it? Or could have said, don't worry, it is enough. Or could have said that it is okay. I've asked the man himself. He said, it is an inheritance, so I will not give it to you. So forget it. Let's end it. But he consented. That is the word. He gave consent to Jezebel, because when Jezebel said that, wake up, get up, sit up, cheer up, eat, for I will give you the vineyard, he kept silent. Beloved, what sort of expectation have you been expecting and that as a result of that, you have kept quiet and planned evil in your heart. What was the expectation you were looking up to, or you thought about someone, or you had about somebody concerning an issue, and as it did not go according to your plan, you have decided to stay away. You have decided to be quiet. You have decided to go on the silent treatment. And your silence is provoking anger. Your silence is telling you something inside of you that avoid this person. The silence inside of you is telling you not to go close to the person. Your consent and your silence. Because Ahab kept silent over the matter and allowed Jezebel to execute her plan of evil, it came back to Ahab himself. Let's look at 16, from verse 16, as I mentioned earlier on. And it came to pass when Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, that Ahab rose up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite to take possession of it. Can you imagine? If he did not consent to the fact that Jezebel had an evil plan, why would he now, after hearing that Naboth is dead, rise up purposefully to do what? To go down and possess the vineyard. And look at what happened. And the word of the Lord came to Elijah, the Tishbite, saying, arise, go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel, which is in Samaria. Behold, he is in the vineyard of Naboth, whither he is gone down to possess. And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus saith the Lord, hast thou killed and also taken possession? So you see, when he consented to the woman Jezebel to go ahead and gave him the permission to do evil, God was watching. Beloved, be careful the offenses you cause to people, because if nobody at all is watching and seeing, God is watching and seeing. And you might think that, oh, I have executed this perfectly. Well, because I was expecting much from him and he disappointed me, because I thought he knew, I thought he was my best friend, I thought he was somebody I could depend and rely on, and he has disappointed me. It could even be your husband. It could be your wife. It could be your brother. It could be your sister. And you are expecting them to do something in your favor. And because it did not go your way, you have decided to keep silent. And whoever you shared or whoever you speak to, whoever you decide to talk to, with regards to what your wife, your husband, your brother, your sister, your mother has done, you might not meant it for evil, but that same person will pick what you have shared, transfer to another, and you don't know how they will manipulate all the information. And at the end of the day, it will come back to you. Look at what scripture said here, 19. And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus saith the Lord, hast thou killed and also taken possession? And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, this is the Lord telling the prophet Elijah to tell Ahab, even though he did not cause the offense, but because he gave consent for Ahab to go and cause an offense, look at what Bible says. Thus saith the Lord, in the place where dogs lick the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood, even thine. In the very place where dogs lick the blood, because Bible says they stoned him to death. So obviously he had to bleed to death. the very same place that dogs lick the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood. Today I bring you a word of the dangers of offenses. You might not meant it for evil. You may have not caused the offense, but your actions and the expectations which causes you to feel upset and angry may give somebody a good reason to cause an offense. Beloved, today I share this word with you. And I want you to look critical at the various instances and expectation. Today I came in with a word of expectation. It is very dangerous when you put all your expectancy in man. Because man, as flesh and blood is, will definitely fail at some point. Man will fail at some point, whether deliberate or not deliberate. But there's only one person who will not fail. Keep your expectations on God. Trust the Lord with all your heart. Believe and have faith in the Lord, so that your expectation, when it does not come to pass as you put it on man and trust in man, you will not feel angry, you will not feel upset, and those actions will not lead you to lose something precious, will not lead you to lose something valuable. But when your trust is in the Lord, He will not disappoint you. The Lord will always show up at the time of your need. And so today I leave you with this word. Remember that your action, if it goes wrong, or when it is wrong, can cause you to lose in life as a result of feeling upset and angry, often because of someone. Be careful of your expectations. And remember, where humans fail, God always shows up. The Lord bless you and the Lord keep you. May goodness follow you all the days of your life, that you will not be disappointed by men and feel upset. You will not be disappointed by the very people you trust and feel angry, and as a result, make you cause offense. There's a dangerous side of offense. Be careful not to be the one offending, but keep your trust in the Lord. The Lord bless you. This has been brought to you by Yaw George. That is my name. And I would humbly request that if you have been blessed by this material, please click the subscribe button and also click the bell, that is the notification bell, so that the next series you would have the opportunity to get notified and be blessed with it. We'll come your way same time with another broadcast on offense. This is a series, as I mentioned, which is going on for a while. And so take note of it. And please, this week, check your actions. This week, be careful how you react, especially because of someone. The Lord be with you. Bye-bye.